Hi everybody, it's the Maz N Mo Show, episode 2. I think we've got a lot lined up, right, Maz? We're going to talk about the Premier League and the standings as of today, which is before week number 30, I believe. Yep, before week number 30. So,
Yeah.
what do you think, Maz? Let's
Well,
start.
first, well, first, let's take
Yeah,
advantage of the international break. I'm pretty sure that all the fanatic, lunatic football fans, such as are feeling extremely bored to death with these meaningless international friendlies, etc. So let's go through the Premier League. Quite an interesting season,
uh,
unpredictable, lots of surprises, I would say. And let's take it from top to bottom.
okay.
And guys, remember, these are opinions. Average football players' opinions with a lot of banter. So take it easy.
Also, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one, so we're
Yeah.
entitled to. So, okay, Liverpool. What do you
Y-
think? I mean, I know we're fans, but take your fan hat off.
I'd put Liverpool as the surprise of the season for a reason, not because okay, everybody knows they've got quality, loads of quality in that squad, but no one, and I say no one at all, thought that Liverpool will be where are they now? No one.
Only one of my friends predicted it. I don't know why,
Uh,
but it didn't make sense to me.
yeah, but let's say the 99% thought they will go through a rough period,
yeah,
transitional period. Even Guy Neville predicted they won't even be in top four to that extreme.
yeah,
Others predicted that will be seventh and eighth. To be honest, we both discussed it several times, and we were worried because these are big shoes to fill. I mean, Klopp. And
definitely.
we've seen what happened with United when Sir Alex left. We've seen it when Arsene Wenger left Arsenal, and yeah, they went through a turmoil. Uh, Nobody expected it. How and why? You can you can put many reasons. Uh,
Yeah,
a lot of fans, taking, I'm saying, Liverpool got an easy ride this season. Everybody's not performing. Yes, but
yeah.
numbers don't lie.
No. We're lucky. We've been lucky. Liverpool have been lucky. There's a few results that went our way that shouldn't have, like the Chelsea game comes to mind. Okay, the Arsenal game comes to mind. The one at home against Chelsea and Arsenal away. Definitely not the Man City. I think we won that fair and square. I think we were deserving winners. But there's a few games I remember that didn't really go our way. But now, is that down to luck? Yeah, maybe. I mean, Leicester won the league, right? A few
Yeah,
years, and they won it exactly the same way. They kept on winning, and the rest were losing. So
exactly. Even if nobody's performing up on their level, you still need to win those matches.
that's true. Yeah, you're not
And
going to. No one's going to hand you the trophy without
yeah,
you actually putting in the effort. But
so so yeah, I think it's a mix. Uh, did they change their style? Yes and no. Here and then you see Klopp's system, you see Klopp's team,
mm,
but yes, they changed a little bit. I mean, it's no secret that Slot loves to hold the ball. We're not as fast as we used to be. We don't press as we used to do.
it
Uh,
isn't. I mean, that full throttle football was so exciting.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I heard Talk Sport talking about it. Someone called Condi on Talk Sport, and he said uh, they're boring. Liverpool. I mean, if you compare them to the seasons prior with Klopp, of course we are. I mean, we are
yeah.
compared to
Well,
that.
well, listen, everybody said Man City is boring, but everybody admitted they're genius when it comes to football.
You were,
So, yeah, I mean, everybody said also at a point, Barcelona, when they used to play the tiki-taka, is boring. Why do you keep passing 300 passes before you score? Everybody said about Spain boring at a point because they pass the ball a lot. But yeah, for some people, for the neutrals, probably it's boring. For others, You can't call it domination. You dominate the game. You keep the ball. It's hard to take the ball out of the team. Which one would I prefer? Emotionally, I would prefer the Klopp's way, definitely. But if this system wins us the league, yeah, please.
Who cares? Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. I think most people will agree that Liverpool deserve just because they're getting the results, not the performances always not. And you know what? If Arsenal were like last season, and Man City were like last season, I don't really see us being top. But again, yes, Liverpool didn't have an easy ride. No, I don't think it's an easy ride. It's just that we were lucky. No
yeah.
injury, not that many at least, and yeah, we got away with. Okay, that's Liverpool for now. Anything else comes to mind with Liverpool?
Now we'll dig deeper into Liverpool when the Premier League resumes, and we'll do a bit more analysis. What's different because they changed the system they're playing with. But okay, let's keep it general for now. Let's move into Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yeah,
I think one of their biggest mistakes is not bringing in an attacker at the beginning of the season and also in January. I think that is everyone's talking about that. We're not adding much to it, to be honest. But you know, being a Liverpool fan, when the rumors started to boil about what's his name, Ollie Watkins coming in, I was like terrified. I mean, he can put the ball in the back of the net. Okay,
no,
now
I was terrified. Conher, if he moved from Wolverhampton to Arsenal, he's a great
oh
player.
yeah,
Yeah, he would have made a difference. I still don't get it, by the way. What's the reason why didn't they? Because they're not
owners
holding to their money. They do go and splash money, ridiculous money sometimes, 150 million over Declan Rice. So they're not short of splashing another 70, 80 million. So I really don't get it. Is it because Edo left the sporting director? The position was
no idea.
uh, of I don't know, or did he genuinely think that he could manage 2 or 3 months till they come back? That's a huge risk. It backfired definitely. But let's go to Arsenal. Arsenal is a bit of a puzzle. I always felt they could play better football than what they are doing. I mean, with all due respect, credit to Arteta, they're back as one of the top teams. That's definitely.
True,
But they're
true.
not winning, and we know it. We know it from Klopp. I mean, we've won all competitions, but still, people point he didn't win a lot. So it's about trophies.
Won much more than he did, yes.
Yeah,
And I think Arteta, one of his down problems is that he won the FA Cup the first season, which gave him a bit of breathing space. And
yeah,
then he built the team. No disrespect, I think it's an amazing. I think it's one of the best teams in the Premier League. But missing on an attack, he didn't really sign a. Sorry, Jesus to me, not the best. And Havertz definitely, I would have bought some. To be honest, Cunha from Wolverhampton would have, in my books, might have done way better than Havertz
yeah,
did.
yeah.
But
I
now they're
agree.
in this situation, and what do Arsenal? The problem is, what do Arsenal fans feel? I listened to Robbie from Arsenal Fans TV, and they're disappointed. I mean, they are disappointed. This season should have been theirs.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if you think about it, Mazen, if someone told you at the beginning of the season that Man City is going to drop, who are you going to say is going to win the league?
Arsenal,
Arsenal,
definitely, definitely.
right?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a
Well,
tough one.
I'll put all this on Arteta, because he spent a lot. He built a solid defense, a good midfield. I do feel that he neglected the attack. I mean, yes, he bought Jesus, but uh, with all due respect, I mean, if he was really that good, why would have
Man
Guardiola let him
City let
go?
him go. Yeah,
And the same with Harvest. I mean, he played with Chelsea. He was a little bit above average, not really something special. I don't see what Arteta saw in him.
me too.
Uh, so
And then he
that was a
started
huge.
well. He started well with Arsenal at the beginning, and then I don't know. It's maybe let's look at Arsenal in a whole. Most of their goals have come from set pieces
Yeah.
A lot of their goals have been scored by non-attackers, let's say. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them. Like you've got Gabriel has a bunch, Saliba has a few, Odegaard has a few, Rice has a couple here and there. Ricardo Calafiori
Yeah.
has a few. William, sorry, what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name. Of course, Saka has a few, but compared to Jesus and although Jesus has been injured most of the season, but I don't know. I mean, it's spread out, to be honest, and it's spread out not in a very good way, because if you have like someone that scored like 15, 20 by now up front, like Jesus or Havertz, then you can say, no, this is a healthy team. The goals come from everywhere, but it isn't. It's not like that, right? All of them almost have the same
Yeah.
amount of goals.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
no, I agree. It brings me to a point which, I'm not sure how it works when you have a sporting director and you have a manager, because I would think that the coordination between them is much bigger. I'll give you two examples which baffled me: Chiesa in Liverpool and Sterling in Arsenal. If the manager never believed in those type of players, why the hell would you go and buy them? I
Sure.
mean,
I don't think
just
he's done well for Sterling at Arsenal. But
no, no,
get the
even
chance or
Chiesa.
not, I don't know.
But you get the impression they were not wanted by the managers, both of them, by Slot or by Arteta. So why did you go and buy those two? Anyway, that's a different topic. Arsenal, what do I think? Can they catch Liverpool? No. I think it's too little, too late to mount a comeback. 12 points with 9 games to go. Yes, mathematically it can be done. Realistically, I mean, it will be the biggest of the biggest collapse. Liverpool will be the biggest bottlers if we throw away
I
that,
know.
because no team has thrown away 12 points lead with 9 games to go. So I would love
I
to
don't want to
think.
be. I don't want to be here, Mazen, talking
No,
to you
no,
about
but
what we've
but
done
let's
back. No,
but let's remember Liverpool was the first ever team in the Premier League to be on top by Christmas and never win the league. That was the first time. I think there's a couple of teams after us, but we were the first team ever to be top by Christmas and never win the. Uh,
which year was that?
I think that was 7, 8 years ago. I think with Klopp, the first time we went second. We were top of the league, and that usually when you're top of the league at Christmas, you go and win the competition. That's sort of
Benitez, we were top of the league with Benitez once
yeah, and
at
Christmas. I don't.
Christmas, and we bottled it with
Yeah.
Klopp twice or three times with Klopp.
So what I want to say is that these records, I mean, we're known to break them in a
I
bad
know,
way.
I know, I know. Hopefully not.
And
Hopefully not this season. Sorry, Arsenal fans. You can have the Champions League. We'll concentrate on the. We want the Premier League. Yeah. Well, we don't have the Champions League anymore. All right. So
Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean,
what an
yeah,
achievement. No disrespect. They deserve where they are. I think they're more like Liverpool in a way, that they did what others didn't, which is
yeah.
win, score goals and win games. Um,
But
I'm still surprised. I'm
the
still
jump,
surprised.
yeah. I mean, okay, I will. Yeah, I said Liverpool is the biggest surprise because nobody expected that, but that goes also for Nottingham Forest. I mean, no one at all thought they will be in top four, battling in relegation
Most
last
probably,
season.
yeah.
People, I do like the manager. I do like
I
Nuno.
don't
He's
know.
a good
I don't know.
manager. One of the things that I think it will come and bite Spurs fans. We'll talk about that later on because he was their manager, but he was never given the time or space enough to do his thing, to implement his system. Quickly judged. Anyway, what baffles me about Nottingham, let's make a comparison between Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa, because every season we have one of these teams who jump into the mix of top six. And Aston Villa,
Yeah.
nobody expected it, but they jumped and they snatched the Champions League spot, and they're doing well. But the difference is that Aston Villa, in terms of quality of players, they're much better. In terms of the manager, he's very well known, Unai, and they're a different club. than Nottingham Forest. I would have never
Sorry,
thought.
I mean they're bigger. They're bigger as a club. I mean, that's what I'm hearing. I know Aston Villa go back a long time, and they've won two Champions Leagues, or is
Yeah,
it one?
no, two.
No, one.
Aston Villa won. Sorry, Nottingham Forest two.
Nottingham Forest have won two. So basically, those clubs do have history, if you get what
Yeah,
I mean. And I'm just surprised that last year in a relegation battle, this year you're winning it. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, Leicester City were in the same situation, right? They're, they were
yeah. I
battling relegation, and then the season after they won it.
I
So
think so.
it has happened before, but I don't know. I mean, he's
I
just come in, steadied the ship. First of all, got them out of relegation, because I remember he came in that
yeah.
end of last season, and he's done wonders. I mean, Chris Wood is a different player, man. He's been with Burnley, and I forgot who else before coming to um, Nottingham Forest, and it's his best season.
Yeah, I mean, I think what he's done is he's gone back to the basics. And if you watch
True.
Nottingham Forest, they do everything good. You know, the basics of football. I think they're the most efficient team in England. I mean, they score
Yeah.
goals.
From
They're always in the last three when it comes to ball position and creating chances and so. But they're third in the Premier League, so they're very efficient. They're solid in the back. They utilize what they have. I think they will snatch a Champions League spot, definitely, especially when there will be five on the offer. The question is, would they sustain this next year? I have huge doubts about that. But anyway, let them enjoy it this year.
you know what? I don't think so. I mean, they've got the defender Morello.
He's gonna leave. Yeah,
He's been incredible.
yeah,
Milenkovic was superb this season. Chris Wood, of course. Now, I'm sure United fans are, kind of a bit upset with not having Elanga anymore. I mean, seeing what he's doing with
yeah.
Nottingham Forest, and even Morgan Gibbs-White, the way he holds the ball and the decision making,
He's a good player.
fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic. I didn't really rate him very well, very highly last season, but this season, Maz N, I've been like, wow, he's impressed me a lot. Nico Williams, I mean, we let him go. maybe we shouldn't have, but poor guy wanted first team football. He wouldn't have gotten that.
No, but you know what? With all due respect, I wouldn't put Nico Williams ahead of Trent or Bradley.
No,
He's a decent player, but I wouldn't put him ahead of.
yeah.
We've covered this position very well, but he's doing well there. He's a good lad, works hard.
Yes, he does. Yes, Nottingham Forest is really a surprise.
Yeah.
Um,
And then we move to Chelsea. But
Chelsea.
jokes aside, shall we do a couple of sessions for Chelsea because they have 40
For
players.
50 odd players, man. Some of them are on vacation at the moment. I'm sorry, it's just weird what's happening with Chelsea. I swear to God. I mean, ever since that American guy took over, I don't think it's like, it's my club, I do whatever I want, all this and that. At least when he go to Tottenham, the guy's like, he's trying to implement something. This guy's like, oh, it's the Wild West, Cowboys and Indians, let's go. I don't know. I didn't. I don't know. I'm just surprised that they're like a heartbeat. When you get that on that screen, it goes up and down.
Yeah.
Every now and then. They were eighth a couple of weeks ago, and all of a sudden they're back fourth. One of the teams that I was terrified of was Chelsea at the start of the season. And then all of a sudden they fell off of the back of the truck, and now they're like trying to gain ground, but I don't see them moving to fourth.
I do believe they've got a decent manager, regardless of what Chelsea fans think about him now. But I think he's a decent manager.
He's not bad, no.
The point is that really, really honestly, who would you think that will take Chelsea and they will achieve something with that squad what they have? No one. You need at least a couple of years to filter everyone, to pick your own players. You can't keep 40 players happy. You can't. I mean, even if you play, okay, just 15 or 16 of these always, they got lucky because they're playing in the conference league. So they can afford to play the second string of players every week in, week out. But let's say if they go to the Champions League next season, I would think they will start to depend on the main 14, 15 players. Are the rest will going to be happy? I don't think so. The last thing you need is an unhappy dressing room. This is the problem with Chelsea. But you reap what you sow, and they were the uh, the fans of change, throwing money and change, not sticking, and not having patience. So yeah, you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
I mean, to be honest, fourth isn't bad for them at this point. I mean, seeing who's below them, there's Man City, there's well, United is way below them, but anyway, and
If they give him time another season,
they've lost three in their last five, Mazen.
yeah,
Okay, and one of them is I can't remember. I think it was Fulham. That was, I mean, they were 1-0 up until the last 5-6 minutes of the game. So you don't throw that away. I'm sorry, my opinion. You won't win anything with Sanchez in goal.
as a goalie, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
I mean you're just riding your luck. Okay,
no, yeah.
you need a way better goalkeeper. Now Raya, on the other hand, from Arsenal, now that's a goalkeeper. And to be honest, that's one of the things that Nottingham Forest have. They've got a really decent goalkeeper.
Yeah. I think it's the base. I think Klopp understood this after a couple of seasons, and he went
Yes.
and he splashed 60 million. I don't know how much on Ellison,
70
and
was it?
everything rest is history. I think United now have learned the lesson the hard way, throwing De Gea and replace it with Onana. I mean,
You know
no,
what? I was so happy. I'm sorry, but I was happy that De Gea is not part of United. I mean,
uh,
it's what a stupid decision. And spending 52
yeah,
million on why not give the 52 million to De Gea? He
there
might have improved even.
there cannot be any logic behind this.
No way.
There's not a single stat that supports
I,
Onana
I
over De Gea.
Mazen, we can just a full episode just about what United have done to themselves. You know, like shooting yourself in the foot. No,
Yeah,
it's more in the head. In this case, my God, I mean, he was their best player 4 seasons in a row. And I talked to a United fan at the time. I know we switched from Chelsea to United. It's kind of
that's typical.
yeah. It's anyway. We'll get back to that. Let's move on. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about with United. Let's put it that way. So okay, we said Sanchez.
Chelsea,
In our opinion, Chelsea Sanchez. I mean,
yeah.
having him as
I think Chelsea is a project in progress. Definitely. They need a goalie, definitely. They need another striker. They need to be less dependent on Palmer, because you see
yeah,
it when he doesn't play, the whole team doesn't play, and you can't do that. If you want to win competitions.
amazing
Uh,
player though. Palmer. I'm a big fan of
yeah,
him.
yeah.
I like him.
I now get. I had doubts, because 40 million for a youngster who hasn't proven himself yet, big money. But I mean, yes, I get it now. I see it now. He's worth every penny.
I mean, they are where they are because of him. Let's be
Yeah,
honest. Moving on, Man City.
yeah. The mighty Guardiola.
Oh my!
Who would have thought?
I mean the scratches and all that
Uh,
stuff.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they made a big deal about that. I thought. I mean, it's unfair, really. Oh, is he self-harming? I mean, for God's sakes, this is. I mean, can't someone do
Uh,
that to himself? You know.
yeah, but you know what? He's a genius. Let's put it this way.
Oh, of
Tactically,
course.
definitely. But he has this obsession, which I do believe at a point is unhealthy. Sort of a show when the match ends and you're winning 4-1 and he goes into the pitch and he starts to lecture one of his players in front of the cameras. I mean, you don't need to do that. You don't need to.
Richard Keys said the same thing exactly. On beIN Sports, he said, "Isn't that a show?
Yeah,
He's not. It's not him actually being a good manager. I mean, you could do that in the changing room. Why do you have to do it
exactly.
here? It's
Exactly.
just showing off. But you know what? Let's hand it to the guy. The guy's been. I mean, I don't know if it's having Klopp right beside him, and it's sometimes when you have someone that's really good, he makes
Motivates
you
you.
better.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, like Suarez at Liverpool, he made Sturridge look like a superstar at the time, right? Sterling was amazing. Gerrard was Gerrard anyway, but the rest of the team were incredible just because of him. Yeah, I agree. I think he's amazing at what he does with a team, and it's not easy to manage very stars. Let's put it that way. When you've got big stars and plenty of them in the changing room, it's not easy. I think United fell with that too, but he's fifth with 48 points,
Yeah.
29 games, nine left to go. If he wins every single game, which I don't really see that happening, he could. Top four is not far away, man. And I
Yeah.
think this year we have 5 teams in.
Yeah, I think so. So he
Yeah,
will
I
be in the
think so.
Champions League. Definitely, he will be in the
Yeah,
Champions League. I'm really curious what's going to happen next season. Is he going to take City back to the top, or are these struggles going to continue?
no,
Uh,
I
because
mean, I don't get.
let's put it this way. This is the first time ever Guardiola have been really tested, apart from the first season when he came to England. But that wasn't his team. In Barcelona and Bayern München, he inherited a good team. They were always winning.
And
This
not
is
much competition there, really.
Yeah,
As
yeah, yeah,
here, it's kind of different.
yeah. I mean, even in Barcelona, when they said, okay, the tiki-taka, but when you have Messi, Iniesta, and Xavi in one team, Busquets in one team, I mean, how can
Oh,
you not win?
exactly. But I mean,
Uh,
who else do you need to put in that team
yeah.
to make it to win the stuff? No,
Uh,
he's got
yeah, yeah.
he's good. He's good. But is he gonna get the team out of this? Because once it's in your head, it's not easy to
Yeah,
get out.
it's also a surprise because teams go through a dip, but not to win a match in 9 or 11 matches in the Premier League. That's a lot, even for City. Even if you're in a dip, you don't do that. There was something wrong. I've seen something with Foden. Let me tell you, watch the England match against Albania. Uh, and Foden is a shadow of himself. He's a beautiful player. He plays well. I would love him. But you get, I sensed in that match that the main focus for Foden was not to lose the ball. It's something that Guardiola is always, insists on. You don't lose the ball. You shouldn't lose the ball. It's like a fear in your head, uh, holding on to the ball, playing it safe, but you don't lose the ball. I felt, then if you start to play with this in your mind, you avoid taking risks anymore. And this is what I saw. I hope I'm wrong, but this is what I saw from Foden. He's not the same player 2 years ago. He's not the same this year. I mean, yeah, you see flashes of him, but he's not developing this
No,
year. I don't
no,
know if it's the team or if it's him.
I think the whole team, really, not just him, but yes, especially him because he's a youngster and he's been showing signs of being a real superstar. To be honest, I mean, I can't really speak more about how good he is. I wanted him for Liverpool, to be honest. The minute
Yeah, I would
first
love him
season,
to have him. Yeah,
first season that he broke out into the team, I'm like, wow, he's fast, he's quick. He shoots from outside the box. He gets into situations. His passing is great. There's everything about him is good. The thing I think, and this is what I said when they first started to slump, when the news started to bubble about the court case and all that stuff, that's when they started to drop. I know
um,
they lost Rodri, but sorry, if Man City fans think that's an excuse, no. I mean, we lost Van Dijk, and the problem people say, yeah, but you lost Van Dijk and you collapsed. We didn't really. We weren't really good before that. The start of the season, we weren't good. When he got injured, we had other players also injured, which impacted
Yeah.
Liverpool's season. And
But
yeah,
you know, honestly, on that season, it wasn't just Van Dijk. We lost Van Dijk, we lost Matip, we lost Joe Gomez, we lost the whole
exactly,
back. And at
exactly.
a point, I still remember Klopp played Henderson and Fabinho together as center back. And at the end of the season, the last 10 or 15 matches, we played with Nathan Phillips and yeah. With all due respect, look at where Weiss and Williams are now.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure they're in the second or third division. And still, he clinched the third place.
yeah, but that's no excuse. I mean, remember the season they lost the league to Liverpool? They lost De Bruyne most of the league.
Yeah, yeah.
One player, and then this time it's like the excuse is, "Oh, we lost Rodri." I mean, sorry, I don't care. It's just one player.
Yeah, the
Okay?
collapse
I
is
mean,
not justified by one
look
player.
at
No, definitely.
look at Arsenal for God's
Yeah,
sakes, right? I mean,
yeah,
they lost Odegaard most of the season. They went Bukayo Saka 3/4 of the season. What's his name? Martinelli, this and that. So that's no excuse. And to be honest, you should have a replacement for someone like Rodri. I mean, he might not be as good as him, but he should be able to do a decent job,
yeah,
right? I mean, we've
yeah,
got
yeah. I agree.
that comes in, right? And he does quite well. Not maybe not the most talented player, but I sure like him when he comes on. Anyway, so I disagree with Man City fans throwing the we've got an injury. No, I think it's getting to their heads that the players themselves that you know what, we're screwed. You know, if these charges stick, what do we do? That's my theory.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll cover that separately in a special
but
episode.
we will,
Uh,
we will, we
uh,
will. Do we move on to Newcastle, Mazen, or do
yeah,
we call it? Yeah, okay, Newcastle. What do you think?
Uh, I like what Eddie Howe does. I mean, they went and they've got some decent players, good players. But if you look overall, yeah, they're doing well. They don't have superstars like City or Arsenal. They made them. I mean, with all due respect, Isaac was good in Spain, but he
Yeah,
was not
no one
that
knew him.
good like he's doing now.
I didn't know him.
Tonelli. No, I knew him because he was in the mix, but funny that's a different issue. He and Nunez were in the mix, and we went to bought Nunez. I mean,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Uh, uh, but yeah, they're doing brilliant. I'm very happy for them for the Carabao Cup. They deserved it.
Yeah.
They deserved the FA Cup actually 2 years ago.
FA
And
Cup or Carabao Cup too.
no, I think that was the
Carabao
FA
Cup.
Cup. I'm not
Two
sure.
years 2 years ago was the Carabao Cup. Last year, United won the FA Cup. So
Yeah, so yes, they do deserve it. They deserve where they are now. They will always be in the top six, I think. Whether to
I thought
go
they would
and
be higher, Maz. I think Newcastle and what he's done to the club, but I do believe they lost Isak for a couple of weeks, maybe more. And they've
yeah,
lost a few other players, but I think they should be higher in the league. Yes,
I'll
I
think they
agree
are.
with
Yeah,
them.
probably they will take Nottingham's first place next season, maybe. I mean,
Oh, okay.
the thing is with Newcastle, they go on a run, a beautiful run. They win 10 or 11 matches. They don't lose, and suddenly, they go into a dip for 5, 6 matches, and they come back. They've got this inconsistency with them. Yes, injuries, of course, but all the league teams have injuries. It's not really an excuse for one.
We
It's
understand that, but let's be honest. You've got Tonali, you've got Gordon, you've got what's his name, Isak. What
they've
players
got
that you
yeah.
would wish to have in your team? I bet Arsenal would take Isak like this, right? I mean, so
I
would we.
would I would take Isaac. I would take Bruno from the midfield. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're unfortunately they should, in my books, they should be higher in the table. seeing what's going on with the rest of the teams, they should be way higher than they are. They've been, they've been flirting with that position a bit, a few steps up, few steps below. But yeah, sixth, maybe. Yeah.
Well, let's see. I do think they deserve Champions League football next year.
Well, they played well last year in the
Yeah.
Champions League.
Yeah,
I've
Champions. Yeah, Champions League and St. James Park. I mean, beautiful. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the fans are just amazing. I don't know. One of my favorite teams, to be honest. I kind of like Arsenal. Really, watching their games, you get, there's certain teams that play football that you enjoy the game where, however it goes, but definitely not Man City.
No,
Really.
I would say Newcastle, yes. Bournemouth, enjoy.
Bournemouth,
Job. Fulham, yeah.
Brentford. These
Brentford, yeah.
teams, amazing.
They
Brighton.
do, yeah. They play football, the real football.
They really do. They remind me
Entertaining.
of the good old days. Yes.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Aston Villa, even. Sorry, I forgot to mention them. And now Crystal Palace are getting into the mix too. I really enjoy watching them play. There's a system. There's a way of play. There's you can figure it out watching the game. But anyway, it's unfortunate. What do you think, Maz? Do we continue or
I think we'll call it a day.
Okay.
And
right.
guys, I hope you liked our quick analysis. We'll go, of course, when the Premier League resumes, we'll go deeper into playing styles, strengths. We analyze it a little bit deeper, but this is just, a quick snapshot on these top 5, 6 teams. We'll continue, I think, tomorrow with the rest.
Yes, we'll try our best to put something out there. Please send us our comments if you thought what we said was BS. Then let us know. If you thought we had a point, just strike a like.
And don't hesitate. Send us any suggestion, any topic you want us to discuss.
Exactly, our opinion towards certain things. Please send us comments in the comment section.
And a spoiler, we're gonna come to United and Spurs. We'll have a longer sessions with those two.
I think there's a full episode for both teams. No disrespect meant, but yeah, I don't think their fans are happy where they are. I don't think anyone would be happy where they are, being in their position. But yeah, it's gonna be an eye opener for us, and let us know, guys. I mean, comments, anything, suggestions, we're open. And, maybe telling us what we're doing right or wrong even. I mean, forget just the information or the discussions. And this is an open discussion for everyone. Our opinion, of course, my opinion counts because it's my opinion. But so does yours.
Yeah.
So we'll end that. See you soon. Okay, Maz. And
see you soon.
Take
Cheers.
care, buddy.
Cheers.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Bye.